Hello viewers, I will be doing the revision on Unit 2, that is the demand topic. So here the first question, goods which are demanded together are called as complementary goods. For example, pen, ink. In order to write, you required pen as well as ink. Shoes, socks are used together, car, petrol. So the goods which complete the demand for each other is called complementary goods. So this word is important, complete the demand for each other. The goods which are demanded together are the goods which complete the demand for each other. Means in order to satisfy one want, we need two or three things together. In order to write, I require pen as well as ink. So in order to drive, we need car as well as petrol. These are used together. So the goods which are bread and butter, these are called as complementary goods. In order to prepare tea, we need tea powder, sugar, milk. These are called as complementary goods which are used together or complete the demand for each other. So in this case, increase in price of one goods. For example, eggs. When the price of eggs is more, what will happen? Demand for eggs will fall. Not only the demand for eggs will fall, other product also fall. There will be decrease in demand for why? For example, when there is increase in the price of pen, the price demand for the pen falls, as well as the demand for the ink also falls. Increase in the price of one product X leads to decrease in demand for other goods also, and that is called as the complementary goods. They may ask, increase in the price of X leads to decrease in demand for Y. These products are called dash complementary goods. Goods which can be consumed in place of each other or the goods which are not consumed together are called substitutes. For example, ball pen or ink pen. In order to write, I may take ball pen or ink pen. I am not using together. So this or this will be used. That is called as substitutes. For example, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, soap, Dove, Lux. Will use this soap or this soap. So these goods are used in place of each other. So increase in the price of one product X leads to increase in the demand for other product. For example, the Dove is costly. So there will be decrease in the demand for Dove and there will be increase in the demand for Lux. Increase in the price of Dove leads to what? Increase in the demand for Lux. This is the, you have to remember here, increase in the price of one product X leads to increase in the demand for Y. So these goods compete each other. There will be competition between Dow and Lux. They compete each other. The goods which compete each other are called substitutes. Then the next one, goods which are demanded more when there is rise in price. When the price of the product is more, then there will be demand for that particular type of product is also more. Increase in price of the product leads to increase in the demand for the product. That products are called as inferior goods. Inferior goods are those goods which are demanded more when the price is more, demanded less when the price is less. So this is one definition. The inferior goods are those goods which are demanded more when there is fall in income. When the income is less, there is more demand for inferior goods. When the income is more, there will be less demand for inferior goods. So it depends on the income as well as the price. When the price is more, there is more demand because poor people cannot buy. That is the normal goods. They are still more costly, so they will go for inferior goods. When the price is more, demand is more. When the price is less, demand is less. When these products are cheap, instead of buying more inferior goods, they will go for superior or normal goods. And that's why when the price is less, demand is less. Or with reference to income, when the income of the consumer is more, he will not buy more of inferior. Instead of that inferior products, he will go for normal goods, superior. So when the income is more, demand is less. And when the income is less, demand for such product is more. So these goods are having positive relationship with regard to the price. When the price is more, demand is more. So what type of relation is there? Positive relation is there with reference to price, and negative relationship with reference to income. The goods which are having negative relationship with regard to income are called inferior goods, or the goods which are having positive relationship with price are called inferior goods. Anyway, the question can be asked. Then the goods which are demanded less when there is rise in price. When the price is more, when it is costly, they are demanded less. That products are called as normal goods. Normal goods are those goods which are demanded less when there is rise in price. With reference to income, these goods are demanded less when the income is less, and demanded more when the income is more. It means normal goods are having negative relationship with reference to price, and positive relationship with reference to income. Then the demand for products changes due to change in price of other products are called related goods. It may be a substitute or it may be a complementary. So complementary and substitute products are together called as related goods. So there is a change in price that is there. If there is a demand changes due to change in price, that is called as related goods. Follow na? So the demand for the product changes due to change in price of other goods. Now, what type of a relation is there between demand and price? The relationship between demand and price is inverse. There is a inverse relationship between demand and price, or there is a negative relationship between demand and price, or indirect relationship. Any word that is you can use. So you have to go through the alternatives. Which one is given, you have to select. So it may be inverse, or it may be negative, or indirect. This out of three, which word is given? So that you have to select. Then demand schedule. Another term for demand schedule is called as demand function. What by demand schedule, or it is what by demand function? It is a table which shows the relationship between price and quantity demanded by the consumer at different price level. A table which shows the relationship between price and quantity, or the table which shows the quantity demanded by the consumer at different price level, is called demand schedule, or it is known as demand function. So if it is like this, a table which shows quantity demanded by an individual at different price level, that is called as individual demand schedule. If it is the sentences, it is a table which shows quantity demanded by all consumers at different price level, then the market demand schedule. It depends on the word. If it is by all consumers, you have to use the word market demand. If it is only by one consumer, then you have to use the individual demand schedule. So then what my demand curve? Graphical representation of demand schedule is called demand curve. If it is a graphical representation of individual demand schedule, then it is answer is individual demand curve. If it is a graphical representation of market demand schedule, then the answer will be market demand curve. Suppose if it is a question is given, A is purchasing 2 units, B is purchasing 3 units, and C is purchasing 5 units. What is the market demand? You have to add 2 plus 3 plus 5. So market demand is 10. So what my market demand schedule? It is a summation of individual demand schedule. If you add all the individual demand schedule, you will get market schedule. It is a summation of individual demand schedule. What my market demand curve? It is a summation of individual demand curve. That we also may get. Then the next one, variation in demand. What my variation in demand? The demand changes due to change in price only. Other factors affecting the demand will remain same. So that is called as variation in demand, or it is called as the extension and contraction of demand, or it is known as upward and downward movement on the same demand curve, or movement on the demand curve, same demand curve. So that is the change is there in the demand due to change in price. So it includes two aspects, extension of demand and contraction of demand. What by extension of demand? Extension of demand means the demand rises due to fall in price only. If the demand rises due to fall in price only, then it is called as extension of demand. For example, price falls from rupees 50 to 30 and demand rises from rupees 100 to 150 units, then it is called as extension of demand. They may give the example. So when the price falls from rupees 50 to 30, demand rises from 100 to 150 units. This situation is called as, then you have to see extension of demand is there, because price falls and demand rises. That is the case of extension of demand. If the elasticity is asked, then don't write. Without that, the elasticity, the statement is asked. This situation is called as what? Then you have to write extension of demand. Then contraction of demand means demand falls due to rise in price. So here there is a upward movement on the same demand curve. So upward movement on the same demand curve is called as contraction of demand, and downward movement on the same demand curve is called as extension of demand. So for example, they may give the price of the product rises from rupees 10 to 20 and demand falls from 100 to 80 units. This situation is termed as contraction of demand. So then the next one about the elasticity of demand. The degree or extent at which the demand changes due to change in price is called as elasticity of demand. So that what is the formula for elasticity of demand? Elasticity of demand is equal to what? Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So you will get elasticity of demand. So suppose the problem is given to you, 10% change in price leads to 20% change in quantity demanded. So what is the elasticity of demand? So this formula I have to write. Elasticity of demand is equal to what? Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So that is percentage change in quantity demanded is how much? 20%. What is the percentage change in price? 10%. So ED, elasticity of demand, is equal to what? So this is the answer. 2%. That is the change in price. That is the quantity demanded divided by price. So you will get the answer 2. So this is the elasticity of demand. So here there are 5 types of elasticity of demand. The first one is perfectly elastic demand. What by perfectly elastic demand? Same price, more and more quantity is demanded. The same price, the demand for the product increases. Suppose the price of the product is 10. So the quantity demanded, that will be 10, then it will increase to 20, 30, same price, more and more is demanded. If there is a little rise in the price, then the quantity falls to 0. So that is for example, if the price of the product is rupees 10, quantity demanded in the beginning is 10 units, then it increases to 20 units. So what type of elasticity of demand? Perfectly elastic demand. So the type of elasticity of demand where the demand curve is parallel to x-axis. This is our demand curve. So this is parallel to which axis? That is parallel to x-axis. This is y-axis, here the price and here the quantity demanded. So the demand curve which is parallel to x-axis is called perfectly elastic demand. Is that clear? So you may get the type of, name the type of elasticity of demand where the demand curve is a straight line parallel to x-axis. What is the answer? The answer is perfectly elastic demand. Or you may get that is in this example, the price of the product is rupees 10, quantity demanded in the beginning is 10 units, then it rises to 20 units, 30 units. So what is the name the type of elasticity of demand? Then the answer will be perfectly elastic demand, or it is a type of elasticity of demand where the demand curve is parallel to x-axis, horizontal. It is a parallel straight line horizontal to x-axis or parallel to x-axis. Then the answer will be perfectly elastic demand. And in this case, elasticity of demand is what? It is elasticity of demand is infinite. So that is it will go on increasing. So there is no limit. So it is a infinite. That is, you may get elasticity of demand is this symbol they will give. It is infinite. So what type of elasticity? It is a perfectly elastic demand. Or in case of a perfectly elastic demand, ED is what? This is your answer. ED is infinite. Then the second one is perfectly inelastic demand. Perfectly inelastic demand. So here a big change in price brings no change in quantity demanded. The quantity demanded will remain same whatever may be the change in price. That is called as perfectly inelastic demand. So that is, even the price rise or falls, I will buy the same quantity. That is, for example, salt or medicine, life-saving drugs. The elasticity of demand is what? That is, it is equal to what? It is equal to 0. Whatever may be the change in price, I buy the same quantity. The change in quantity demanded is 0. 0 divided by any number, you will get answer 0. In this case, the demand curve is a straight line and it is a parallel to which axis? It is parallel to y-axis. So this is our demand curve. This is the quantity demanded and the y-axis we measure the price. So this is a demand curve, straight line parallel to y-axis, whatever may be the price. Suppose price is the OP, quantity demanded is the OD. When the price rise from OP to OP1, quantity demanded will remain same. Whatever may be rise or fall in price, same quantity will be demanded, and that is the case of perfectly inelastic demand. So in this case, the demand curve is a straight line parallel to which axis? Y-axis. Name the type of elasticity of demand where the demand curve is a straight line parallel to y-axis. Then you are right, perfectly inelastic demand. Or in case of a salt or life-saving drugs, that is the type of elasticity of demand is what? It is perfectly inelastic. So in this case, ED is equal to what? ED is equal to 0. Name the types of elasticity of demand where elasticity of demand ED is 0. Then this is the answer, perfectly inelastic demand, because percentage change in quantity demanded itself is a 0. Here there is no change. 0 divided by any number, you will get answer 0. So this is in case of basic essentials of life, you will get such type of elasticity. Then the third one is unitary elastic demand. Unitary elastic demand. What by unitary elastic demand? That is, a given percentage change in price brings an equal percentage change in quantity demanded. If the price of the product change by 10%, demand also will change by 10%. 10 divided by 10, you will get answer 1. If the price change by 20%, demand also will change by 20%. That is called as unitary elastic demand. A given percentage change in price brings an equal percentage change in quantity demanded. Or that is, the demand for the product changes such a way that total expenditure will remain same. The total expenditure will remain the same. There is no change in total expenditure, and that is called as unitary elastic demand. And in this case, that is, the demand curve will be, that is, rectangular hyperbola. So it will be in this way. It never touches the x or y axis. It is called as a rectangular hyperbola. Never touches the x or y axis. It never touches the x or y axis. Rectangular hyperbola. So here the percentage change in quantity demanded as well as percentage change in price is same. So in this case, ED is what? ED is equal to 1. 10 divided by 10 or 20 divided by 20, you will get, that is the answer 1. So that is the unitary elastic demand. Is that clear? Then the next one, fourth one, is greater than unitary elastic or the relatively elastic demand. Fourth one, greater than unitary elastic or relatively elastic demand. Relatively elastic demand. So what by greater than unitary elastic demand or relatively elastic demand? A small percentage change in price, brings a big or great percentage change in quantity demanded. Change in price is small and change in quantity demanded is big. Suppose the price change by 5%, demand will change more than 5%. It may be 8% or 20%. A small change in price brings a great change in quantity demanded. So in this case, elasticity of demand is what? Here it is greater than 1. In this case, elasticity of demand is more than 1. Suppose 10 divided by 5. So you will get answer more than 1. 1.6. So elasticity of demand is greater than 1. So that is if the symbol is given, elasticity of demand is greater than 1, then it is a case of greater than unitary elastic, or another term is relatively elastic demand. So this type of demand you will get in case of that is luxurious cars, AC, TV. You will get elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Then the next one is here, that is with reference to total expenditure, the demand for the product changes such a way that the total expenditure will be more when the price is less, and the total expenditure decreases when the price of the commodity is more. So that is called as relatively elastic demand. So now the fifth one, lesser elastic demand or relatively inelastic demand. Relatively inelastic demand. What by lesser or less than unitary elastic demand? That is, or relatively inelastic demand. So here a big change in price, a big percentage change in price brings small percentage change in quantity demanded, is called as relatively, that is inelastic demand or less than unitary elastic demand. So this type of a demand you will find in case of essential products, petrol or seasonal vegetable. You will find such type of demand. For example, change in price is 10%. The change in demand is 6%. A big change in price brings small change in quantity demanded. So you will get answer less than 1. So elasticity of demand is what? It is less than 1. So 0 point something you will get. No? So this is the relatively inelastic demand. So in this case, that is, for example, that is the price of the product is changed by 10%, demand changed by 6%. 6 divided by 10, you will get answer 0.6. So it is less than 1. So it is less than 1. So with reference to total expenditure, so the total expenditure will rise when the price of the product is more, and when the price of the product is less, the total expenditure also will be less, and that is called as relatively inelastic demand. We can define it in terms of total expenditure. Total expenditure increases when there is rise in price, and total expenditure falls when the price falls. That is an example of that is relatively inelastic demand. So these are the 5 types of inelastic demand. Then the geometrical method. I explained how the elasticity of demand is measured. That is, the elasticity of demand is equal to lower segment divided by upper segment. So the demand curve will be drawn, the straight line, that is the demand curve will be there. This is the price and this is the quantity demanded. So this is a demand curve. So here we write M and N. So the center point, elasticity of demand is equal to 1. and here no, that is elasticity of demand is 0, and here the elasticity of demand is infinite, because four level low, that is the lower segment, upper segment is 0 only, so it is infinite. Here that is 2 divided by 2 or 3 divided by 3, so equal to 1, and here lower segment is 0, change in percentage change in quantity demanded. Now lower segment is 0 divided by any number, so you will get answer 0. So now suppose here it is there, lower segment is less, upper segment is more. In between these 2 points, elasticity of demand is less than 1. In between these 2 points, elasticity of demand is greater than 1. So this is also, that is you have to remember. Thank you.